Happy Tuesday! Today we're going to talk about why SAG-AFTRA is no longer processing Taft-Hartleys for new media projects and how you can become SAG-AFTRA eligible anyway. Our How to Taft-Hartley Yourself video was very popular. For actors who are ready to join the union and also want to create their own content, it was a perfect way to circumvent that really frustrating catch-22 and become eligible to join SAG-AFTRA. So I went to a meeting last week at SAG-AFTRA about enforcement of the new media contract, and I learned that SAG will no longer be processing Taft-Hartleys. So of course, I wanted to share this breaking news with you. Apparently, SAG-AFTRA has not been thrilled that so many actors have taken advantage of this, primarily because there's been rampant abuse of the new media agreement. Some producers have been charging actors to become eligible, which is clearly a big boo. Some producers have not even been shooting videos that they've been creating new media contracts for, just doing it to Taft-Hartley people. And of course, SAG-AFTRA wants to give preference to union actors. That's one of the main points of having a union. So this new media agreement was encouraging a lot of people to hire non-union actors, which was not in the spirit of the agreement. In addition, it was taking an incredible amount of administrative time to process all of these Taft-Hartleys, which was obviously not a great use of the SAG-AFTRA staff's time. So, SAG-AFTRA will no longer process Taft-Hartley reports for low-budget new media programs, and this will also eliminate preference of employment fines to producers. Now, producers were vulnerable to those fines if they hired a non-union actor or a union actor who wasn't in good standing without meeting the exceptions. So what the heck does this mean exactly? If you were hired as a non-union principal actor under a SAG-AFTRA low-budget new media agreement, the producers will not process a Taft-Hartley report for you. So that means if you check the eligibility checker, it will not show that you were eligible to join the union. However, you are still eligible to join. All you need to do is verify that the project is a new media project, and you can do that by emailing the new media department at SAG-AFTRA. And then when you're ready to join, you take your check and you take your employment contract showing that you were a principal actor under a new media agreement for SAG-AFTRA to the membership department and join. Now, I'm sure you have a lot of questions, because I did when I first heard this. And just remember that nothing's really changed about your ability to become eligible if you're hired as a principal actor on a new media contract. You just won't have a Taft-Hartley process for you. And producers will no longer be subject to fines for hiring you as a non-union actor. So in some ways, it's actually pretty cool. Now, download the new media information sheet that I received at the SAG-AFTRA meeting by clicking on the link in the blog. That will answer some questions for you as well as some frequently asked questions. Remember, I'm not a SAG-AFTRA representative. I'm just the messenger, so they can also be very helpful in answering questions that you have. And the last thing I want to say is that I am not an advocate of actors joining SAG-AFTRA before they're really ready to compete with professional actors and really be a professional actor working. So be sure to check out our video on the right time to join SAG-AFTRA before you take this important step in your career. I hope that helps, and join us next week for the next episode of Career Tips for Actors. I'll see you then. Jesus.